So you are really feeling this guy.
And I mean, you are like really feeling this girl.
But then you hear one of the most horrible statements of all time.
They put their arm around you, place their hand on your shoulder, and they hit you with this statement. You're such a great friend.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
You, yes you, have been officially friend zoned.
So today we're gonna talk about friend zoned.
But what if we told you?
The we. What if we told you? The high pitch.
What if we told you that being in the friend zone is really one of the most beneficial things that you could do for a relationship?
Like for real, it's one of the most beneficial things you could do for your relationship. We can't tell you. You know how many people are married but aren't friends? And maybe the problem is we've allowed romance to take a seat before friendship taught us love.
And please listen to this. Listen, romance is the knot in the blindfold that keeps you from seeing that this relationship really has no roots.
Then you wonder why the relationship is so surface.
Surface.
Why we can't get beyond the surface.
And go deep.
Like go deep.
Yeah.
It's because depth is for friendships only. And
Yeah.
sometimes when you allow romance to come in first, you have romance but you have no depth. It's possible for you to fall in love with the thought of being in love. And since culture has labeled friend zoned as a bad thing,
Right.
we never intentionally strive to be friends because we view it as rejection. Because technically, if they friend zone you, this means like they not feeling you like
no
that.
chance.
There's no chance.
Right.
You are in a category that means we ain't never gonna be together.
No, sorry.
You just a friend.
a
They
friend.
they just hit you with that shoulder. You're such a good friend.
Such a
and
great-
then
you're a
then
great
they add
friend.
they add insult to injury and pat you. You're such a good
You-
friend.
Thank you so much
Like
for
patting
being,
you. Why you
like,
patting my
I'm
shoulder?
so appreciative.
Why you
like
patting-
I've never had a, someone
Why you
that can
patting
just
my
be
shoulder?
such a great friend.
Why are you patting my shoulder?
Like stop.
Why are you patting?
So maybe the problem is we really don't know what a friend is.
All we know is boo. All we know is bae.
You know.
All we know is boyfriend.
Yeah.
All we know is girlfriend.
Yeah.
But we really don't know what friend is. We get this question all the time. Is it wrong for me to approach him? Is it wrong for me to come up
ladies,
to
lots
him?
of women,
Ladies
yeah.
always ask, is it wrong for me to come up to him?
Yeah,
I'm
business.
about to give you a countercultural answer, but let me explain before you log off.
Oh shucks.
No, it's not. And you're not being too fast. You know why? Because you're coming up to him because he's currently a brother.
Right.
And you're trying to see if we could be friends.
Right.
The problem is when you view him as your husband.
I know.
Okay?
With
See,
the first approach,
Right.
like I'm interested in you. I want to date you. You
Right.
know, let's make this happen.
Right.
You know, I'm feeling you. I'm hoping you feeling me too.
nothing's wrong with saying hi to a friend.
Right.
It's when we have potentially married them. It's
Potential
when we
relationships already made it up in our mind. You
How
know,
would
our
it be
first
on a
date
date?
already planned out.
How's that gonna go with pictures and our
Right.
posts?
You know what I'm gonna wear on my first date with this person.
So if you just approach him just to say hi, I
Hey,
mean,
how
think
you
about it at work.
doing?
You don't think, should I say hi to my coworker?
Yeah.
Should I look over the cubicle and say hello? Would that be being fast if I say hi? You're not being fast because you're
Being
friendly.
friendly.
Problem is,
You fast if you trying to get with him. That's what's that's I mean,
she said that.
you being fast because you trying to boo him up. You trying to make him your man. I mean that.
Yeah.
I'm.
Nothing's wrong with just saying hello because he's just a brother. Until he's a friend.
All right, and I'm gonna stretch it a little bit.
Stretch it.
Just a little bit. What if I told you that friendship is just as deep as love? I'm gonna give you some Bible. No greater love than this, than he who lays down his life for his boo,
That's not what it say.
for his bae,
Definitely don't say that.
for his girlfriend,
Bible don't even say girlfriend.
for her boyfriend,
Negative.
for her man,
Bible definitely don't say for her man.
for
A friend. No greater love. You see that? Like it's like one of the highest forms. Now we know God has agape love for
Oh,
us.
yeah, absolutely.
But it's no greater
Like,
love than this. Than he who lays down his life for a friend. Because if we think about it, a friend knows the real you. Like real friends. We ain't talking about them fake for fake. We talking about like them for real for real. Them real friends, they're reliable. They're honest. They're there for you.
Yeah.
They're in your corner.
Right.
They'll correct you.
Right.
They'll tell you if your breath stink. Like your friends know your moods.
They do.
Like your friends know when you being fake.
They
be
know
like,
your facial expression.
right. They know, like, okay, girl, what's wrong? I'm like, dude, I could tell something's bothering you.
Like,
what's
why
up?
Are you tripping?
Because they know you. Friends know you. And listen, in counseling sessions, the number one statements that we hear when couples are like going through a divorce or want a divorce, they say, it's like I don't even know you. It's like I don't even know you anymore. And maybe sometimes they're telling the truth. Could it be they skipped friendship because they went directly to romance? And please, if you don't get this, I promise you, you will be married trying to become friends versus married to your best friend.
Yes.
This is a huge issue because we're viewing friend zoned as a negative thing. One of the best things you could do is be friend zoned, because sometimes friend zone leads to the altar.
Yeah.
And see, when you're best friends, you know them.
Yeah.
You didn't allow romance to interfere with knowing each other and getting to know the depth of each other, because that's what romance does.
Right.
It prohibits you from knowing the real person.
Right.
It blinds you. It puts you in a fog. It causes for you to not see the real person. But when you have a friend, they know you. Romance before friendship ruins relational depth, because you really don't necessarily spend the time to get to know them, because you just want to get to the altar. You like the title, you want somebody to spend your life with, and you're like, man, I'm finally off the market.
Want, the companionship.
I have somebody to take to the 4th of July turn up. I have somebody to take to Thanksgiving dinner.
To hold hands with and to take pictures with.
You're so caught up on having a companion that you're not really seeking out, are we friends?
Right, and like true, like real, the depth, like you said, the depth of any relationship is being friends, where you can just be, just talk, just to be cool, just, not anything, tied down, not any titles, just like we are friends, we are cool, we can talk about stuff, and there's nothing attached to it, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually very good, and I think if more people took the time to just really explore the person for who they are, than try to pursue a romantic relationship so quickly, then you can get to know people better, and then you're okay to say like, hey, you know what? This person may not be good for me, or this person may be good for me, because we realize that we can be really good friends. And if you can be really good friends, then you usually can be really good in a relationship together, because you want to be best friends.
If the Lord wills.
Right.
If the Lord wills.
It's all about God's will.
Don't get what we're saying twisted, please.
Go watch our other videos.
Yeah.
Go watch them.
We're like, okay, we want God's will more than our will. If he says, let's just be friends, or if she says, let's be friends, we're viewing that as rejection. Yeah. And what we're trying to articulate to you is, being friends is a good thing. Yeah. Because if you get to the altar, and if you do get married, forever's a long time. Forever's a long time to be with somebody that you're not really friends with.
Come on.
And a lot of times, I'm telling you, we've seen it. A lot of you guys have seen it. People are together, but they're not friends. They don't get along. And once the romance fades, once the infatuation fades, once the butterflies stop flapping their wings, once all that fades, you recognize, I don't like this person.
We really not that cool.
We just want to try to change this. Jesus says, no greater love than this, than he who lays down his life for a friend. Right. And possibly marriages would last longer if we were friends first. Right. This means you can't rush it. You're not trying to hurry up and get a ring on your finger. Right, you're not trying to hurry up and change her last name. Right. You're just striving to be friends.
Just be friends. Just let God do it.
Yeah. Nothing's wrong being friends.
Nothing's wrong. It's okay.
Redefined TV.
Or redefining relationships.
Righteously.